This criterion is also referred to as Laplace insufficient criterion. Under this criterion, there is no difference between the probability index of the outcomes. That is, all the outcomes have the same probability index, and the probability index can be calculated by setting p equals to 1 over n, where n is the total numbers of outcomes. However, in some cases, you might be given the probability index to use. But if you are not given the probability index to you are going to use the formula p is equals to 1 over n. Now, let's proceed to solve the question. We have, supposing a farmer who has 3 possible maize varieties to choose from is facing 4 possible states of nature. The pair of matrix showing the status of each varieties and nature is given below, where V and N represent the available varieties and natures of the weather respectively. Determine the best strategy of the farmer using the Laplace criterion.
Let's start by calculating the probability index. Don't forget that the probability index is given by this formula. P is equals to 1 over n, where n is the total numbers of outcome. And if you can't, we have 12 outcome in this table. So now we are going to have P is equals to 1 all over 12. 1 over 12 is equals to 0.08. So therefore, the probability index is 0.08. If you are given the probability index to you can use the probability index. But in this case, you are not given the probability index. Therefore, I'm going to use this formula to get my probability index. Now, let us proceed to calculate the strategy for each variety. For variety 1, I'm going to have S1 is equals to the probability index multiplied by the how the variety behave under the nature. So I'm going to have 0.08 multiplied by 60 plus 0.08 multiplied by 40 plus 0.08 multiplied by 70 plus 0.08 multiplied by 16. So if you multiply 0.08 multiplied by 60, that is 4.8. I have 4.8 here plus 3.2 plus 5.6 plus 1.3. So I'm going to have S1 is equals to, when I add this together, I have 14.9. So therefore, let me put 40 for variety 1. I'm going to have 14.9. Let us proceed to calculate the strategy for variety 2. I'm going to have S2 is equals to the probability index multiplied by the behavior of each varieties under each nature. So for variety 2, I'm going to have 0.08 multiplied by 24 plus 0.08 multiplied by 50 plus 0.08 multiplied by 30 plus 0.08 multiplied by 80. So I'm going to have 0.08 multiplied by 24, that is 1.9, plus 0.08 multiplied by 50, that is 4.0, plus this is 2.4, and 0.08 multiplied by 80, that is 6.4. So when I add this together, I got 14.7. So for strategy 2, we're going to have 14.7. Okay, let's calculate the strategy for variety 3. So we are going to have S3 is equals to 0.08 multiplied by 80 plus 0.08 multiplied by 10 plus 0.08 multiplied by 60 plus 0.08 multiplied by 100. So for strategy 3, we have 0.08 multiplied by 80, that is 6.4 plus 0.08 multiplied by 10, that is 0.8 plus 4.8 plus 8.0. So when I add this together, S3 is equals to 20. So for this, I'm going to have 20. Now we have gotten the strategy for each varieties. Now, the highest strategy, we are going to choose the highest strategy. And if you look, we're doing 14.9, 14.7, and 20. The highest is variety 3, and the highest strategy is 20. So I'm going to circle 20. So that is how to solve decision good question using the Laplace criterion.